How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and today I'm gonna tell you what you should do if your iPhone is lost or got stolen. I know this is a terrible thing to happen, so I'm gonna do my best to help you out. Now, before we begin, one very important piece of information: everything that I'm bringing in this video, all of the information comes straight from Apple support, the official Apple support website. That's how Apple recommends that we deal with a situation like that of a stolen or lost iPhone. I'm gonna have a direct link to their page right here in my description. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing you have to do is actually put your lost or stolen iPhone in lost mode. And in order to do that, all you need is to grab any device that you have access to. It may be yours, it may be from somebody else, like a family member, a friend, and it can actually be any device. So you can get an iPhone, an Android phone, a Mac, a Windows PC, a tablet, an iPad, absolutely any device. And as I said, it doesn't even have to be yours, okay? For this video, I'm gonna be using an iPhone, but as I said, you can use anything that you have with you. Okay, so go ahead, grab that device and open up its browser. It can be any browser as well. So Safari, Google Chrome, Firefox, Opera, any browser, right? And go to this website, which is of course iCloud.com/find. As I mentioned before, this is the official method from Apple. So we're gonna use an official Apple website. I'm gonna have this link in the description down below. So find devices from Apple. Tap on sign in, and then that's where you're gonna actually need to know your Apple account information. So your email and your password. If you can't remember it, no problem. You can go ahead and use the dedicated feature right here to forgotten your password. So you can tap here and Apple can help you out remember your credentials, okay? In my case, I do remember it, so I'm gonna use it right now. Okay, so after you use that, it's gonna start signing in, getting your information, and as you can see, iCloud find devices right here at the top, and then you have access to all of the devices linked to your Apple account. Now let's go ahead and tap on this iPhone right here, just so I can give you an example. And right here, we already have the feature lost iPhone, as easy as that. And that's the first step that you need to do. Don't worry about the map right now. We're gonna talk about that in a second, how to locate and everything. But first, you need to tap on lost iPhone, tap on next, and make sure to put your iPhone in lost mode. I'm not gonna do it right now because my iPhone is not lost, and of course it hasn't been stolen, but go ahead, tap on lost and continue. That's the first thing you have to do. Second, please make sure and understand this because this is very important. Apple will never contact you about your lost or stolen iPhone, because this is so common that the people that steals your iPhone actually contact you back after you put it in lost mode and pretends to be Apple and pretends to require a code or something like that. No, this is part of the scheme. This is part of the scam. Apple will never contact you, okay? So put it in lost mode and ignore any messages, email, text, WhatsApp contacts from Apple, which is not Apple, talking about this, okay? And also stay vigilant on other types of communications as well, weird and different, requiring your data, your information from now on. Again, this may be part of the scam. So don't give any information to strangers or somebody pretending to be somebody else after you enable lost mode, okay? You're already safe with lost mode. And let me explain what lost mode will do. So lost mode will automatically, as soon as your iPhone is connected to the internet, because yes, it needs to be connected to the internet in order for lost mode to take action, to take effect. So as soon as it's connected to the internet, it'll actually lock your iPhone, and then it'll present a screen to the thief, right, to the person who has your phone, with a message saying that they actually need to type in the passcode in order to use the phone. So it locks the phone. And this is great because it's very common that somebody actually steals your iPhone while it's open and unlocked. But when you put it in lost mode, it locks automatically. So it passcode protects your iPhone. So this is super important. But then I know a lot of people are gonna say, okay, Daniel, but what if the thief actually required my passcode when it's stolen from me? So it actually demanded my passcode, and unfortunately this happens. And then there's another security feature that I'm gonna show you right now called stolen device protection. So if we actually go ahead and go to our settings and then actually come back here to the first screen of our settings, scroll down and go to Face ID and passcode, so type it in, and then you scroll down just a bit, we have here stolen device protection. So if it is enabled on your iPhone, unfortunately you can't really check right now, but if you have it enabled on your iPhone, when you put it in lost mode, as you can see right here, even if the thief actually has your passcode, because if they demanded your passcode, it'll actually have a second step of protection and it'll actually require Face ID. So then as you put it in lost mode, it's gonna be locked, requiring the passcode, and even if they type it in, it's gonna need Face ID in order to actually dismiss lost mode. And of course, they won't have your face, right? So then lost mode, especially with stolen device protection, hopefully you have this feature turned on. Hopefully you watched my videos, you are completely safe. If you don't have stolen device protection or don't remember it, as I said, unfortunately there's nothing you can do now, but for your future phones, make sure to have it enabled as I showed you on your iPhone settings. Okay, so now that we're cool, now that we are a little bit more relieved that we have put our iPhone in lost mode and we are actually safe, now let's talk about how to locate our iPhone. As you can see through this whole video, we have right here at the top the current location of the iPhone. Again, for the majority of cases, you will be able to see your live location. Even if the thief turns off the iPhone, you will be able to check the current location and track your iPhone. Again, even in lost mode, no problem about that. Sometimes the thief can find a way to disable your location, but this is very uncommon. Now, so if you have your location right here, what should you do? And of course, I don't recommend, nor Apple doesn't recommend it either, that you go ahead and go find your iPhone and go get your iPhone in an unknown location, because you don't know what may expect you there. It could be dangerous. So of course, I'll never recommend that you go to the location and try and get it, because it can be extremely dangerous. So my recommendation, Apple's recommendation, is to go ahead and talk to law enforcement, talk to the police. Go ahead, show your phone to the police, and of course, explain the situation, explain the robbery or how you lost it, show that you have its current location, you have everything they need, and make sure they actually help you out and get your iPhone back. Now, if you are successful and if you manage to get your iPhone back, all you have to do is type in your passcode. It's gonna be in lost mode, right? Remember? So type in your passcode, use your Face ID if you have stolen device protection, and your iPhone will be back to normal with all of its data, all of its apps, all of its settings, like nothing has ever happened. But of course, we have the worst case scenario, which is if you can't recover it. If for some reason you just can't get it back, unfortunately, it happens. So if that's your case, then I would recommend you to go ahead and come back to our iCloud Find Devices page and go ahead here and erase your iPhone. This option right here, erase. When you do that, you pretty much brick the iPhone. You make sure that all of its content, all of its data will be erased like a forced reset. So then it'll be completely blank with none of your data, so then no one will ever be able to get your information from your phone. Again, this is the last scenario. Only if you are 100% sure you will never retrieve your phone, because you will lose your data. Okay, so think about it before doing this. And then you're done. You don't need to do anything else. And also, I don't recommend that you remove your phone from your Apple account, because if you do that, you lose the protection that your phone still has. So even if your phone is erased, even if it is in lost mode, it doesn't matter. There's something called activation lock, which is a lock, a link from your phone in your Apple account, meaning no one will be able to actually use it in the future. If you remove it from your Apple account, this link is gone. So then the thief will be able to actually reset it and actually sell your phone to somebody else as a brand new phone. So the recommendation here is, if you have to erase it and then leave it as it is, leave it in your Apple account, no problem, it's gonna be there, erased in your Apple account forever, and then you make sure no one will ever be able to resell your phone later. Activation lock will help you out. And so that's literally it. That's what you need to do if your iPhone gets lost or stolen. That's the best you can do. If you are going through this situation right now, hope this video actually helped you out at least a little bit, maybe to actually protect your data, your information, and hopefully to even retrieve your phone with the help from law enforcement. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos with you guys. Bye bye.